Zoom, please.
You ready? Let's do it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you are old, please don't forget to hit that like button. So I'm sure you can tell from the title already, and by looking at your screen, so today we are doing a ventilating video. This is just basically me showing you how I achieve my closures. Please enjoy this one. I will see you at the end. Bye. So what you're going to be needing is a ventilating needle. A ventilating needle is made of a needle holder, and 4 types of needles. Those are like 4 different types of different sizes, basically, like the number of hair strands that the needles can carry. So for this video specifically, I'm going to be using the 1-to-1 needle for the baby hair, the 1-to-2 for the middle part, and the back part I'm going to be using the 2-to-3. So you basically fix your needle by inserting the needle that you're going to be working with in the holder, and then you screw it back on. You'll also be needing this pink thing that you see there, basically just to lay the hair so that the hair does not get in the way while you're ventilating. You're going to be needing T-pins. T-pins, you use them to lay your lace nicely on whatever you're going to be working with. I always work on a mannequin head, so you use a mannequin head to just lay it nicely. You also need some water and a scissor. So you take the bundle that you're going to be working with to ventilate, you identify the tracking very well, you cut off the piece from the bundle, and you cut off the tracking. So you also notice that when you remove the tracking, there's always small excess hair, shorter hair. You just remove it. You can choose to use it later, maybe for the baby hair, or just to keep it for other purposes. You never know. So you just take that piece, the cut off piece, you fold it, you spray a little water on the hair that you're going to be ventilating, just because when it's wet it creates resistance, along with how flat you actually lay your lace, so it makes the knots a bit more neater. So guys, like I said before, this is not really a detailed tutorial. It's not a tutorial, it's basically just me showing you how I make my closures. So I go string by string, hole by hole, and I make sure to lay my lace very flat on the mannequin head using the T-pins. I make sure I put T-pins everywhere so that it creates resistance for me to make very nice knots, so that these knots are not visible.
Two hours later.
A reminder to water the things that I love. Woo! Okay. Had a lot of deepness. Should we go see the fridge?
So another question that I usually get a lot is, how do you get the time? How long does it take you to make a closure? When I decide I'm going to be doing my own personal wig, or I'm going to try and ventilate a closure or a frontal, I try to do it at a time when I'm not too busy, or at a time when I don't have orders, or I'm not dealing with clients, anything that involves a client. So this took me about 2 days. And this was because also in between that you're just not going to be sitting on the closure the whole day. I have other chores that I'm doing around the house, and I have school, so I'm throwing in a bit of ventilating in here, and I'm going back to do my other chores. So you just make sure you do it at a time where you don't have like big priorities. So that is what I do usually, especially even when I'm shooting these YouTube videos. I do it at a time where I'm not too busy, where I don't have orders, or when I'm done with client orders. And just in general, ventilating on its own is like a lot of work. So you have to be someone who is patient. You have to be patient, but at the same time, don't rush yourself. Like if you are going to decide you want to do this throughout the whole month, you'll just be doing piece by piece. It's also okay, because you don't really need to rush. If it's your personal thing. If it's a business thing, obviously you have to prioritize this, because this is something that is sort of like an income for you. So you have to also respect clients. So you have to be patient, and you don't rush it. If it's your personal thing, don't rush it. If it's a client, try to explain to them, but then also don't take too long. So yeah. And you know, people always come to me and they tell me, but it's hole by hole, you have to put strand by strand. Yes, you don't pay attention. You see, when you're ventilating, there's a whole big space, like there's a whole area. Don't pay attention to the open area. Pay attention to the parts you are working with, and without knowing, you would have covered such a big space without noticing that you had this whole area you had to cover. Okay guys, so basically this is how far I have come with ventilating. This is actually very hard work for like a 4 hours job. Okay, so I'm really proud of myself. But as you can see, like here you can see the knots are bigger compared to here. Here behind, because this is going to be my backside, I'm basically using a 2 to 3 needle, because like I want most of it to be covered, because the lace is basically a small space anyways, and I just want like thicker hair behind here. And then this is going to be my front part. Here I'm using a 2 to, no, I'm lying, a 1 to 2 needle. And then here, just where I left space, I'm going to be leaving space like in this front part where my baby hair are basically going to come, and I'm going to use a 1 to 1 needle. But for now, I'm going to stop filming here, just because I'm working with the natural light and it's getting dark, hey? So I'm going to stop here with the filming, and I will be back to show you guys the final look when I finish. So yay. So it's officially the next morning. I thought I was going to finish last night, but it turns out not. I mean, it is a lot of work, guys. Like it is so labor intensive, but yeah, we are almost there. We basically just have the space to cover, and then a little over here, and we are basically done. I am so excited to see how this will turn out. It's looking really good so far. So let us get right into it.
House.
It is finally done. The closure that I've been working on, it's looking really good. And yes, you can see, like, I hope you can see nicely on camera. Here's where I was using the 2 to 3 strand needle, and then here I was using the 2 to 2, and then here for the baby hair, in the front, I was using the 1 to 1 needle, and that is how it turned out. I'm really liking this. I also decided to make like not give it any line, so it's a free part, so I can open wherever I want. I can make a line wherever I want. I didn't want to be limited. So now I'm just going to blow it out and straighten it out, just to give it that flexibility and new hair sort of like look. But so far I'm really liking it. Okay, so here's the piece. So that is how the whole wig, the full wig unit looks after I was done with it. I didn't show you guys how I sewed in the whole wig, because I'm going to be having a video soon on how I make a full wig from start to end, so please do stay tuned for that. But yes, that is the look. The closure really turned out good, even though it was burned. I burned the lace accidentally, so annoyed, but that is how it is. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are interested in ventilating needles and you're in Namibia, you can leave a comment down below. I have them for sale, and if you want, I can give a small lesson to you, so just holler. But for now, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
All house.